As I embarked on my Go fellowship to San Jose, Costa Rica, I felt a mixture of nervousness, excitement, and mystery on my way to El Faro, the orphanage where I was volunteering. I didn't know what to expect, but as I arrived at the orphanage I was welcomed by the screams and laughter of the children, who were curious to know who this stranger was. After they were told I was a volunteer to help them with their English, a few of the younger ones ran to me and gave me a hug. They were just happy to have someone new to play with. I spent the day conversing with many of the children, getting to know them and experiencing their day-to-day life. I wanted them to be comfortable around me and see me not as a worker, but more as a friend and someone they could relate to. So we played several rounds of volleyball, a different version where kicking was allowed, and I felt myself being integrated into their group. My first day of teaching started the next day, so I left to prepare my lesson. After about an hour of working, I realized that coming up with a lesson plan was more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Creating a lesson that could engage and educate elementary school kids for a couple of hours was an aspect of teaching I never really considered. Luckily, I met a volunteer who happened to be an English teacher from Spain help me with activities I could apply to the classroom that were fun and easy to implement. On my way to the orphanage the next day, I was anxious and nervous for my first day, but the familiarity I had formed with the children helped ease them away after arriving. My first day of teaching and throughout my time there was definitely a learning experience, difficult but worth the challenge. My first lesson didn't go as planned, and I learned they hardly ever went that way, but they did get easier. The children in my class helped me further with their enthusiasm and willingness to learn a new language, making my lesson plans just a little bit easier to create each day. My time in Costa Rica gave me a different perspective on the teaching profession, and reminded me of the eagerness, curiosity, and spark all children have in learning.